Okay, hello everyone. Uh, Great. This is my first time streaming Final Fantasy XIV, so I'm not sure what to expect with this, but yeah, anyone who's coming to hang out with me today, welcome to my house. This is where I live. This is where my end screen was filmed. And today I've got Shantoto out, my favorite minion, because we're going to go fight her in the new Alliance raid, the FF11 collaboration raid. That's the big old plan for today. So I hope everyone's hyped for that. I'm extremely hyped for that because FF11 is my favorite game of all time. Fun fact. So let's go show it some love out in this wide world, eh? So I've done practically nothing with the new patch so far. About all I've done is like I went to Gold Saucer and did my mini cactbot, and that's about it. So the very first thing I need to do is I need to unlock this quest, which I didn't look up where it is, but I'm gonna take a wild guess. It's probably in Mamook, so I'm gonna go head there first. I do plan on letting the dialogue and stuff play out because personally I want to see it. Wow, it's not here. Oh, it could be in Tuliolol. That's actually probably a wiser choice to think it's in Tuliolol. So let's go there first. That looks right. Bright Bloom Post. All right. This is the new gray theme they added with this patch. I like it. I think it looks good. They also added a pink one. I was using the Final Fantasy blue before this, but I like this gray one actually quite a bit. All right. That looks right. That's Windurst. Okay, where are we going? The outskirts. Oh man, it's been a little bit since I played, so some of the controls are a bit lost on me. The outskirts. Oh, the outskirts. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. The outskirts is the name of one of the the places in Heritage Found. Okay. Spacing out. All right, Priest should be around here. There she is. There's my girl. Priest is my favorite character in Final Fantasy XI, which is my favorite game. So does that make her my favorite character ever? Maybe. Could be. Yeah, no sound in this one. I'm sure there will be voiceover in one of them. She did have a voice for the raid, which sounded basically what you would expect her to sound like. It didn't sound the same as she did in Dissidia, though. It's interesting that they changed that. Although I guess this isn't technically the exact same character. I think they're trying to tell us that Preesh isn't going to survive this. These are sad days. An attack in Mamook. Are they gonna bring some of the FF11 models out into the like world map? I wonder what monsters they could possibly be. Something related to Windurst. But I don't... Cardians, maybe? That's the only thing I could think of that isn't, like, already in this game somewhere. Cardians are in this game. They're just not used very often. Lamia. Okay. That makes sense, actually. Lamia are not... They're in this game. They're just not used often. They're in, like, specific dungeons and stuff. I think. I'm pretty sure they've used Lamia before. Oh, yeah, he's calling them Ananta. Yeah. They don't look that much like Ananta, though. Like, they're similar, but the heads are very different. Prish would not be familiar with Lamia. She never went to Ottergon, as far as I know. Maybe she does in Rhapsodies of Vana'diel, and I just don't remember. That expansion, I kind of forgot what happened exactly, but it's a lot of mishmashing of all the other stories. So it's possible she went to Ottergon during that part, but I doubt it. And if not, then she's never seen a Lamia before. Oh, there's Shantoto. He said that she looked like a child. Does that mean that these guys are not familiar with Lalafels? I guess there aren't that many Lalafels in Tyrell, but they're not zero. Yeah, he's talking about Kryl. I'd think after what we just heard that Prish would be best off not joining the battle. Like, she should be playing a pretty passive role, maybe not even going at all, but if she takes any damage, she dies. She's playing on Iron Soul mode or whatever. Steel Soul mode. Gonna blow right past that. Alright, going to Juno again. Oops, no, that is the wrong one. Okay, here we are. There's Preesh. Apparently they added an orchestrion roll for the Juno Christmas music, which is pretty neat. Hey, here's the bad guy. So, the question is, are they going to bring back the FF11 version of that big Mamulja right there? Ghoul Jaja. There's been some speculation that they would do that, considering that is originally an FF11 boss. It takes place in Ottergon, which we know we're going to. It ties in with this storyline, considering, you know, the whole point of this bad guy's plan is to revive Ghoul Jaja, but under his thumb. Promethea? I mean, that's what that sounds like. The first incited conflict in the lands of Vana'diel, that's got to be Promethea. So, okay, that was another thing people were thinking would happen, was the final boss would be Promethea. Generic paladin, man. Ooh, he has some mysterious secret. As if that wasn't audience, as if that wasn't obvious, considering he's a generic blank slate character who has amnesia. So what does Shantoto have to do with all this? It would have been funny if Shantoto was like the most powerful being in Vana'diel, but obviously that would just be a meme. Although it seems like from the like still screenshots they showed us prior to the patch coming out that they're gonna be referencing her weird nightmare mini expansion where you have to fight against 2 clones of her. Which, that was a joke, like that storyline. It wasn't meant to be taken seriously. Alright, let us queue up for this. See how long it takes. Shouldn't be that long, but it is quite a long time past Japanese prime time right now. Like, people usually stop playing around midnight, and it's 2 in the morning. I don't think it'll take that long still, though. There obviously are still people playing. And tomorrow is a holiday, so there should be people staying up late today. It's actually kind of really convenient timing that this patch came out on a day before a holiday. I think because they time these things out, like, years in advance, I don't think it was intentional. But you never know. Maybe they did plan this to happen on a holiday. You know what? I am going to play Triple Triad with you, Random Mithra. Or maybe she's a Mikote who came from from Eorzea. This is my go-to deck. It's a pretty good deck. There's plus here. I gotta be aware of that. Plus is like the bane of my existence. Looks like I kicked your ass pretty sound thrashing. And I got the Archangel Hume card, but I already had it. Pretty sure I already talked about all these things. I think this icon never goes away, if I had to guess. Check out this person's glamour. What is that book? That's not like one of the relics or anything, right? I don't think so. Grand Champions Codex? Oh, is that the Savage book? Okay, that makes sense. I did not do Savage on the last tier this time. I did do Savage on the second tier, and I finished up to the third battle, but by the time I got to the fourth, there was nobody doing like learning parties anymore. They just didn't exist. So it wasn't worth the time anymore, and I stopped. But I did finish the third floor of tier 2, and then I just didn't do tier 3. That was mostly because I didn't have the time. I don't have the time to do Savage anymore. In Japan, it's actually really reasonably easy to get parties with randoms, with pugs. Pug parties are very viable. So as a pugger, I actually have no problems clearing Savage. I just need to get off my ass and do it. But yeah, it's a time thing because it does take like a couple hours of practice every day. And that's a lot of time to invest in something when I also need to be making videos and stuff. Tier 2 was happening before I started my channel, so that's why I had time to do it then. Are we going inside Heaven's Tower? Hey, there's there's an Aearn. They stopped the Windurst music only to start it back up again. Oh, yep. I have a macro for greetings just because I'm too lazy to type. The standard greeting is Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. The people who are doing Let's Do It are probably not Japanese, if I had to guess. Most Japanese don't do auto-translate. Oh. Yeah, okay, she rhymes. That's all I asked of this game, is to have her rhyme. Why is she facing this way? Okay. Gotta try and learn these mechanics. This is the music from the battle where you fight her, like, evil clones. I don't like that she's facing this way. I love those orbs. Those are from Shantoto 2, the trust that you get. Those colorful orbs. Superior Stone 2. What is this? What's happening? Are they going to crush and this is like a gap right here? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Nice. Diagrammatic doorway. Oh, okay, she's doing like ley line teleportation. Circumscribed fire? Oh, we want to be on top of it, or what? Oh, wow, okay. She moves pretty fast. Localized blizzard. I think I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Thank you, healer. Yeah, I didn't realize she was going to move that fast. That was very surprisingly fast. Meteors. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Those are always scary to see in a new raid when you don't know what's happening. Oh, God, I love the she rhymes. That's a big meteor. Are we supposed to stand on top of her? Shintota the Demon. Oh, wait, I think that was the name of the evil one, but there's also a good one. Does that mean there's going to be another version of this fight? Like, she's going to switch to a white mage version? That would make sense, because it seems like she's dying very fast. Faster than a boss should. Aerodynamics. Yeah, looks like I'm being blown that way. Whoa, okay, that was further than I thought I would go. Again, that's the problem with doing something for the first time. You don't know what stuff like that is going to do to you. That was a full stage width length knockback. I was pretty close to the edge. I just wasn't on it. Or maybe I was supposed to stand where I would get knocked into the wall. That actually makes more sense. I'm going to stand on the second one because I'm invincible still. Whoops. Okay. She stops at everyone along the way. Is this last one a thunder spell? I was dead the last time this happened. Thunder and error. Okay. Flare play. These names are so silly. That's actually pretty neat. She does that line AoE directly into where everyone was stacked. Alvido Hunir, that's... Oh, man. Which one is that? Is that the Relic Staff? It's one of the ultimate weapon staves, the Rima, as they're called in FF11. The most powerful weapons. She is going to turn into the white one, isn't she? There's no way this is over. Oh my god, it's a minion. Okay, yeah, I was wrong. It is over, but she turned into a minion. Fending, I wouldn't mind. If I got that. Although, coronets don't really show up very well on characters.
This looks like Artogan.
Yeah, this is, Besieged. Hey, I got the paladin piece. Cool. This is the besieged music, yeah.
The city has been besieged. Make ready.
There's a leather-bound memo over there. I want to read it. Oh, look at these guys. Acroliths. Lamia Jaegers. Oh, and Kutrub. I see that Kutrub back there. That was a weird one that they made a magic card of, was the Kutrub. I really did not see that coming, but there's a Kutrub card. It's not a good card. It's like an uncommon generic creature that doesn't do anything, but it is a card that exists. It's one of the very few cards that 11 got. They didn't do very many characters from 11. Like, there's no Preesh card, for example. I wish there were. There's, like, Preesh's Wanderings or whatever, which is a sorcery, but there's no Preesh. Preesh the, you know, I don't know. Preesh the Punchener or something. They didn't make a card for her. Nemean Lion. Is this... I don't think they made a model for that in 14 yet. I think this is new. The Chimera. Like, there are chimeras, they just don't look like that. Lemia number 2. This actually is a pretty good representation of what Besieged is like. Apparently they changed Besieged recently. I've been, like, half paying attention to the things that are changing in FF11. And Besieged got an update recently. They made it harder. I don't. They made it like top level now. It's as high level as the item level in the game. But I don't know much more than that. I don't know what actually changed. I would love to play FF11 again, but that would require them porting it to PS5 or something. So Square Enix, if you're listening, please. Port FF11 to PS5. I will play it. My abilities are completely out of alignment because I died so much in that first battle. Oh, yeah, and I just wasted a bunch of stuff there. That's fine. Are we gonna fight Gulul Jaja, the real one, now? This is beyond where they, like, previewed, so anything after this, I have no idea what's coming. Except he already teased that Prometheus is the final boss. Nizal Isle. Oh, that's Alexander. Nice. We're fighting Alexander. That's cool. I wasn't expecting them to pull in Alexander because there's already Alexander in this game, but this is quite a different version of Alexander. Does that mean Odin's going to show up? Oh, please tell me Odin's going to show up. That will be really cool if they do that. I would love to see Alexander and Odin fight in FF14. This is the battle music for Alexander, the final battle of Treasures of Ottergon. The final boss in that game is Alexander. Oh my god. Okay. Where's my sprint button? There it is. I did not know he was going to spinny spin. No, get away from me. Banish Gafor, yeah. Impartial ruling. What is this? Left then right? Hopefully. It's that simple. Radiant Sacrament. What is this floor thing? Oh god, what is happening? I'm gonna follow this generic paladin man. I suspect he knows what's going on. That's a pretty cool, like, voice effect that he's got. It's robotic, but not, like, overly so. Mega holy. They didn't quite split that very well. There wasn't enough people. What are those? Oh, perfect defense. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm guessing it does not matter which one I fight. I don't see any indication that I should be fighting one or the other. That one over there looks like it has a wall around it. I did my part. I used my, what's it called? Tactician.
Still standing in the face of his judgment. Well done.
Okay, now I actually know how this attack works. Not going to get caught unawares. It still goes clockwise, right? It went... Oh, my God. It went clockwise last time. That's pretty cool. I like that combination of mechanics. Wait. Reinforcements. Oh. Gonna be summoning things from Salvage or Nizal Isle. Oh my god. It seemed like he was summoning reinforcements. So I didn't expect an attack to come out of that. That's my bad, I guess. The nice thing is I won't make that mistake again. So I don't see Odin. That is actually kind of a disappointment. He's at 10%. We haven't seen hide nor hair of Odin. I was really hoping for that. That would have been a dream come true. Yeah, I assume that this is it. He's down. I guess they did the, like, 2-boss gimmick in the previous run with Ultima and Omega. So maybe they didn't want to repeat that. Garden of Roofmet, that makes sense. Oh yeah, I already got loot this week, but I can still get these. Hey, it's an Airn and some Zdays. How's yours day going? Airn's so bad. They don't have. Oh no, they do. What is it? Eureka. Eureka has Airns in it. The what's it called? The like big end dungeon of Eureka, which I actually have never done. But they have. I know they have Absolute Virtue. I think they have regular Airns though, don't they? Zadays might be new, but I've never been in that dungeon, so I don't know if they had all the like sea monsters in there or not. Impact Stream should be in. Yeah, just an area away. It stuns, if I remember right, in 11. Glad it doesn't do that here, I guess. I think it's also a blue magic.
That's the last of them. There is no foe Sorelja can conjure that I have not already vanquished.
That seems like a really prescient thing to say.
Twilight God. Here.
Yeah, there he is. There's our bro Promethea. This is not the final boss, though. And he just said, there's no foe he can conjure I've not vanquished. That seems like that means he's going to conjure something that he's never vanquished. So maybe the final boss is actually something completely new, unique. Not like maybe borrowing ideas from 11, but it is not actually a copy of something from 11. Yeah, what is happening here? All I see is a big N. What is happening? Okay. I guess it wouldn't be a surprise to say that this music is the music from when you fight Promethea. Like, they're all pretty much exactly what they should be. I need to remember to hold my my barrel stabilizer. I keep using it. What is happening here? Ah! Okay, I'm guessing that that is always just like, oh no, that was an in. Okay, green means in, yellow means out. Is that a cone? No, it's just an AoE. It's always hard to tell whenever they're doing a cone because, like, they're changing their direction quite frequently. Oh, I'm not far enough. Comet. Sounds spooky. Did I summon my robot at the exact worst time? I'm C. Okay, I need to go over there. Yeah, my robot was at the exact worst time. Oh, cool. We're in Promethean. That's cool. I'm glad they made a reference to that of some kind. It's interesting to hear Promethea voice too. I think that might be the first time that's ever happened. That was funny that I didn't even need to use these little teleporties. I could actually hit this thing from our original one. Is there a reason to teleport into a particular spot? No. Deadly Rebirth. Is he transforming into Shinryu? Is he going to be Shinryu? No, he's just super Promethea. Aw, man. Again, I would love if they pulled some kind of reference like that, because in Abyssia, the final boss Shinryu was a like corruption of Promethea or something. Like it was Promethea, but gone wrong and turned into Shinryu. Um, Seems like this is a fine spot. Yep. Then we need to get inside of his hitbox. Oh, there were also arrows. I did not notice those.
A comrade is in trouble. Someone heal them.
Yeah, I'm really curious what they're going to do with the final battle. My suspicion is it's going to be something completely unique. Oh, boy. Meteor. Should be safe over here. Yeah, he's combining a lot of stuff. But I guess that's what they do when they get low on life. What did I get hit with?
Comrade is down. Someone revive them.
I don't even know what hit me just there. Well, time to see what the damage is. What's the final boss of this place? It did look like Shinryu for a second there. Or maybe that was Galuljaja. Or Sarilja or whatever. That looks like Shinryu Paradox. This is Shinryu's music. So yeah, fighting Shinryu also is kind of meaningful. Preach is also there at the end of the Abyssia storyline.
Come on, we'll be fine. Aren't we always?
Yes. Yes, I finally remember. Who I was. Who I am. Let us be done with Sarelja and his schemes. Our journey's end awaits. And with luck, a new beginning.
Is he supposed to be someone important? I thought he was just generic FF11 main character, man. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that they brought in Shinryu, but it does. That doesn't look like the normal Shinryu, so I don't know if that is referencing something beyond what I've seen in 11, or if that's just a new model that they designed for Shinryu. This is the Shinryu music, though. I've heard this before. This is what plays when you fight him in Abyssia. Cosmic breath sounds scary. Oh god. What do I do? Oh my god. Oh, dang it. I forgot the... Oh my god. I got really distracted by all that. Screwed up my rotation already. Okay, I get it now. You gotta go up and down. Cloak of Twilight. Light resistance has been reduced. Does that mean I go down? I gotta be in Darkland. I think I'm good here, right? Yeah, dodge. Anybody who went up is in trouble. This is interesting. I don't think they've done this before, a two-tiered fight. Like, they've done similar things, but not, like, exactly like this. I gotta not look. Oh, they just said it as Promathia. Got it. Well, Priest should know, but I guess it's not this Priest. It's the Priest from Abyssia, the other world. It's one of those multiverse of madness situations. Don't stop, I think is what that means, right? Keep moving. Oh, nope. I was supposed to stop. Kind of hard to figure out, like, whether you obey or don't, whatever. It's like the Evilise raid, where it's like sometimes you obey, sometimes you don't. I think that's what threw me off. I think you're supposed to obey on this one. Down for the count. Okay, something's happening.
Has Sorelja finally prepared the vessel for his king?
That face. Okay, now what's gonna happen to this? It's gonna transform, right? It's gonna grow another head. Please tell me he grows another head. Please be two-headed now. Yes, he's got two heads. Oh my god, he's so ugly. That is a weird-looking monster. Hollow King. This is new music, too. I think. I've never heard this song before. Oh, it's like a remix of FF11's song. I can hear the melody. Although it's really hard to hear the music over the effects. Now, that move is not a traditional FF11 Paladin move, just saying. I'll have to listen to this song on its own eventually, because I can barely hear it over the effects. And it seems like it's a brand new song.
I'll see this adventure to its conclusion.
Right swords cross. How big is this? Huge. All right, makes sense. This is a really big stage. Oh, what? Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. I guess because it was a donut is why you had to get close to that. What do I have? What do I have? I don't have. Okay. That is fine. I can look away. That's easy enough. That oh no from Preach sounded really like I don't know. It didn't feel all that urgent. Oh no. Twin Blaze. We got what are these exaflares? What is happening here? Is this gonna stop somewhere? Okay, I see, I see. This one I have to move, right? I got hit by that cataclysmic blade. Oh well. He seems to like still be using moves from Shinryu and from Promathia.
Truly mighty blow. The adventurers of your world are extraordinary indeed.
Are we done, or is there going to be more? This seems like a place that this would end. Yep, that's it. Okay, that was all right. I don't think it's the best of the three. Not a long shot. I actually think the first one might have been the best one, but I have a soft spot for Preach, so that's probably really coloring my judgment there. I also really like Chains of Promathia in general, though. So fighting Promathia is cool. Fighting Shinryu was a nice touch. This final boss seemed a bit easy. Oh my god, there's a Preach card. Oh no, there's a Preach minion. There's a Shinryu card. I can't get gear anymore because I got the Paladin headpiece. And what is that emote? Dignified derision / cackle. Oh my god, it's Shantoto's cackle. I didn't win it, but you know I'm gonna try to in other runs. You can get Shantoto's cackle. That's good. That's a good piece of loot there. Kudos. I might have one of these. 91 is like, I don't know. With 18 people, it's probably not enough, but... Or actually, 24 people, sorry. Oh, forgot to calm. Okay, I did not win anything on the final boss. That's fine. Is he going to reveal who he is now? I didn't see her actually participating in the battle. I guess I should have watched for that. I imagine she was doing some punches and kicks. Some luminous uppercuts. Power creep. He's power creeping his godlike vessel. Is he... Oh, is that what they're revealing here? That he's a hero from Abyssia? Like his world is not Vana'diel, it was Abyssia. Because yeah, Preesh is there in the Abyssia version with Shinryu. She was stuck on the moon with him. He's an amalgamation of all adventurers ever. Our buddy Surrealja gave up, looks like. Obviously, the question of the hour now is what's going to happen to those two? Are they going to be allowed to exist in Eorzea now? And Juno, is Juno going to be allowed to continue existing? I mean, presumably it will because it's like a hub area that you can go to freely. I doubt they're going to erase it. That wouldn't make sense in terms of game state. Shantoto, that's the real one instead of the minion. Okay, so there's a follow-up quest here. Yeah, the Hume Adventurer is probably going to talk about all those bosses we just fought. Wow, that is a lot of Orchestrians. Happily Ever After. I don't remember that one. Main theme. I like that there's also a Framers kit, although I don't really use those too much. Did I get any, all I got was the Paladin piece, the tank piece. I'll deal with that later. I'm not going to switch to tank right now. For those wondering, my main job is Machinist, obviously, because that's what I'm playing right now. But my second main is Gunbreaker. So I do collect tank gear as my second set of gear that I get every expansion, every patch. Oh, I also forgot to do greetings. I don't. Oh man, I don't think it matters a whole lot. I wonder if everybody did it. There's too many lots. And never. Oh wait, actually, what am I stupid? There's a chat one. I saw a couple, but that's not everyone. There's probably only like just a few people who clicked their greetings. I think when you're watching cutscenes, it's pretty standard to not do them. Is he going to the, like, Golden City or whatever? Because that's over there. Isn't there, like, a teleporter that leads over there? I think there is, next to the Aetheryte. I'm willing to spend 100 gil on this. I'm pretty sure there's a guy that teleports you straight to Juno. This guy? No, not that guy. This guy. All right. Oh, more Lamia. Yeah, he went back to the Golden City. It is interesting that this, as a collaboration raid, still ties in with the main story of the expansion. No, I don't want to skip this. What? How is he summoning these rifts anyway? Like, he did it with his staff, but I don't think it was that staff specifically that's doing it. He must just, like, know a spell that he picked up somewhere. King. Oh, he's trying to appeal to Bakuljaja's pride. But he's already gotten over that. He should have, at least. Like, his whole personal story arc is that he doesn't believe the two-headed Mamulja are destined to lead anymore. Like, that he got over that. This guy's such a liar. The Alexandria's queen thing, like, haven't we already passed that part of the story? That was cool. Nullifying dropkick. That was easy. I didn't even have to do anything. It's more fun this way. I'd rather let Preach kick your ass. Yeah, I think they're leaning on her staying in Vana'diel. Or Vana'diel. What am I talking about? Ahorsia. Inevitably, I'm getting my wires crossed. Okay, she is rhyming. Took me a second. It's a lot easier to hear when she's voice acted. Shantoto. Shantoto, may I introduce you to Shantoto? Wait. She's the real one? Is that what they're implying here? She's not an echo? She's just like the actual Shantoto? Oh, or Shantoto's like actually projecting herself into this echo or something? Yeah, okay. Crossed riff research. Oh, he didn't finish Bastock. Shantoto is very chaotic neutral. Yeah, presumably he took a lot of damage in that battle, right? would love these two to become like Alpha and OMG that are just wandering the world and you can see them in random places. I'm not sure the implication here that eventually our characters are going to go to the real Vana'diel. Like I said, man, if they port FF11 to PS5, I'll be all over it. I still get the itch to play that game. I just don't have a machine that can do it right now. God, her facial animations are hilarious. Now I really want that emote. I wonder if you can buy it. I didn't check. I guess I could look on the market board. Conveniently, there is a market board in Tuliolol, so I could go take a look. What are those pink swords? That is not a weapon model I'm familiar with. Is he here? He's not here. Maybe he hasn't logged in yet. There's always a guy who's wearing like a chicken costume. He's got the chicken head and like a Tonberry coat. But the chicken head is painted green, so he looks like a chicken Tonberry, and he's always standing right here. Always, every day. So I guess he just hasn't logged in yet since the patch. They would be under what? Miscellany? Presumably on the last page since it's new, but they usually group certain items together, so there might be a special section for emotes. That's annoying. All right. So many flowers. Oh my god, why? I guess I gotta go slower. How many pages are there anyway? Alright, let's see if I can find emotes. What is this one? An energy drink? I've never seen that one before. It is in miscellany, right? I think so. I have to get through all the flowers. There's so many. I doubt it's mixed in with the flowers. This is probably all flowers. So I'll just go to the first page. Is this not where emotes are? Maybe they moved them to something else then. Oh, registrable miscellany. That was my mistake. All right, these are all mounts. There's emotes. Dignified derision. Yeah, there it is. / cackle. Of course it's 10 million. Yep, that makes sense. I'm sure it's going to go down. It's just because it's the first day. But it's good to know that you can buy it. So I'll keep that in mind. Dirigible landing. Where's the thing? Oh, it's up. Yeah, I've never really wanted an emote quite as bad as that one. Oh, I got them in my party here. Okay, there are specific places I can stop and talk to them. I guess that encourages me to walk there if I want to see everything. What is that dress? Look, I have a little Shintota with us too. So she is accompanying us. I guess I should also sprint once because that activates the like jogging mode or whatever. All right, let's talk to these goofballs. Next one is over by the leaves. I'm pretty sure the like jog, whatever it's called, jog, yeah, jog, and Peloton stack. I hope so. Yeah, none of this is like specific to 11 stuff they're talking about. They're more talking about just random things out and about in Dawn Trail. Which is also fine, I guess. Okay, we got one more of these to talk to these guys and see what they have to say. Talking catfish. Wait, are there Namazu here? Where would he have seen a Namazu? I don't think there are any Namazu in Tuliolol. I don't remember seeing any. Okay, I guess that's it. There are no additional ones, right? Yeah. Gotta go to the taco place. Which I believe this one is the closest. I assume this is the last cutscene or close to it. This song is Mara? No. Maybe it's not Mara. I don't think it's the ship music, is it? I don't think so. Maybe it is. Wouldn't that count as 3 more? But Cool Judge is 2. He's a party of 2 by himself. She can't help but insult everyone. I mean, I understand that feeling staring at a taco. Mexican food is one of the biggest things I miss about being in Japan. There's just not a whole lot of good access to Mexican food here. Who's this lady? Oh, that's the person Preesh was talking to. I think it was after the second raid. She talked to some, like, little girl that got lost or something. I can hardly remember it. And yeah, he compared her, Preesh compared her to Almia. She doesn't really look like Almia. I guess they're both red-haired elves. That's about as close as you can get, I suppose. The elves in this game look kind of different, though. That seemed like a lot bigger applause than the paltry group of people that were hanging out there. So I am a little confused about the logistics of quote unquote sending them home. Paladin man, there's no like exact copy of him out there from the sounds of it. He's just an amalgam of adventurers. But Preesh, there is a Preesh in Vana'diel. So if Shantoto sends this Preesh to Vana'diel, that means there's two Preeshes running around in Vana'diel now? I assume this is not the exact same person as the one that's there, because I don't think they ripped her out of reality to put her here. She's still there. This is just a copy of her. The guy recruiting for the new ultimate? Or no, I think that kanji's the ultimate. But the new ultimate isn't out yet, so maybe he's building a static. This is confusing. I'm really not sure how this works. How do they, quote, go back home? It doesn't make sense. Aw, look at all these pictures. They're all places we went in the game, though. In the raids. Except this. We never went to... That would be Lufay's Meadows. A certain total loser. You also get the title Total Loser from Shantoto, I believe during the main story, the Windurst portion. Total Loser is one of those classic titles that everyone keeps around because it's so funny. It seems like a tease, though. I don't think there's any actual chance of them merging the worlds of 14 and 11. I don't think that's happening. Maybe they're holding on to some secret at Square Enix Incorporated. They're planning to resurrect 11 inside 14 or something. They need to do something with 11. 11 right now is just so forgotten, so overlooked among all of the Final Fantasy games. 13 also. 13 is stuck in PS3 hell, and they really need to do something about that. But 11 is right now PC only. The PS2 version is now defunct. It doesn't exist anymore. But, I mean, it wouldn't matter if it did, because nobody plays on a PS2 anymore. But it's PC only, and it's so old, like, it's really hard to get new players on it. So they need to do something with it. They need to make a new, like, port of it that's, like, upscaled. Hopefully they don't change too many things about the mechanics, because I think it's fine as it is, but... But 11 and 13 are the only two mainline Final Fantasy games that you cannot play on modern hardware, so that's stinky. They need to do something. All right, well, they disappeared to somewhere. Again, it's really confusing with Preesh specifically because now there's just two Preeshes running around. I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Is she gonna go hang out with herself? Go to Mamook. You got it. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I don't have anything. What am I thinking? Wait, seasonal. Yeah, they added the Christmas music for Juno. So you can use any one of the three to get the Christmas music for Juno. That's interesting. That's a good way to handle it, I guess. What do we got here? Feast of the Ladies. Yeah, that's the Shantotto music. Ragnarok. Ragnarok is the one that's Alexander's boss music. The Worm Who Would Be King, I'm guessing, is the new song that they made. They added the Sandy and Bastock music. Because, like, the Sandoria was in the last raid, but they didn't use the Sandoria music. They used the Ronfar music, which is fair. Ronfar is a better song and an extremely well-regarded song. But the Sandoria music's not a bad song, so I'm glad they at least added it in the game in some form. And then the Bastock music, because we never went to Bastock. So it's good that those two songs made it into the game. Even though I don't think they were used at all in any of the cutscenes. Time to go to Mamook. The Ronfar music was made by Nobuo Uematsu, and it's one of like 5 or 6 songs that he did. But that's why Ronfar is such a good and popular song. I forgot Bakulja's mom is just like a mom. She doesn't have like a unique Mamulja model. She's just Mamulja Mama. Completely generic model. I guess his dad is also just a generic looking, like blue scaled mage style Mamulja. He doesn't have a unique model either. But Mamulja females look like unfinished almost. Now, there's the dad. They're ritual magics. Oh, that the way they summon the shade or whatever. I forgot that's how he did it. That's a magic that they used in Mamook. Because you fight Galuljaja during the main story, but it's just a shade. I imagine in future expansions or something, they'll bring him up occasionally. They usually do that with well-regarded characters. They'll like have little cameos in quests in future expansions just once in a while. And it'll be a big moment like, "Oh, that character came back." I'm sure they're going to do that with Bakul Jaja here. Oh, look at that pile of orchestrions. More new knowledge. I'll have to check that out on my own time, because it's all reading. And I've been doing enough reading. Is it going to show us what happened to Preesh? That would be nice. I would love to see that. Walking through the void as one does. His character model looks like a typical Elizin, not an Elvon. But I guess that's just a limitation of the graphics engine. Is that hairstyle an FF11 hairstyle? I'm not familiar with all of them. I know every race gender combination has 10 hairstyles. And then like 2 colors that you can choose from between the two. I don't know if that one specifically is a male Elizin hairstyle. God, I forgot about that really weird Preesh outfit. She looks like a... I don't know what that is. Some kind of weird anime character. I really want to just know what happens to them on the other side, right? But I'm sure they won't be able to show us too much. Because I doubt they programmed in, like, real Vana'diel. They might have programmed the spot, the overlook that looks over Tavnazian Safehold that's, like, the most famous vista in the game. Because it's in the intro movie. They might have made that, like, special for this cutscene. Because you don't go there in the raids. Even though they showed a picture of it. But it was a screenshot from actual 11. You could tell by the graphics. It looked like a PS2 game. Oh, it's just new artwork. I love the Corsair. Oh my god. Actually, the Corsair is the only expansion job in the bunch there. Those are all, like, from the original vanilla version of the game, except the Corsair. Corsairs are my favorite job in 11. Okay. New Game Plus. Cool. I guess if I ever want to do it again, I can. Pop all these orchestrions. One of these days I'll go through and try and collect all the FF11 Orchestrians. Although that is a lot of work, because there's tons of them. And you have to get one of those items from the raids for every single one. Okay. Yeah, that's something they changed. Oh my god, I want to bring this up. That's something they said they changed in the patch notes, which I don't like. But if you're queued up for something like an Alliance raid, it locks you out of queuing up for things that require a different number of people. So, like, Alliance raids are 24. So if you're queued up for an Alliance raid, you can only queue up for other Alliance raids because they all require 24. And, like, if you're queued up for something 8-man content, like this is an 8-man raid, I can't queue up for Alliance raids. I can't queue up for dungeons. Man, I don't like that at all. I mean, it's a change that they made for their benefit to help their server load, but it sucks for the player. It's like a big downgrade for the player, because I used to all the time, like, I need a card from this dungeon and these 2 raids, or, yeah, like this dungeon, this 8-man raid, these 2 trials. I'm going to queue for all 4 of those at once. But I can't do that anymore because dungeons and raids and trials are all on different, like, numbers of people. Anyway, I just saw it in action. That's rather unfortunate. So, now that I'm completely done with the FF11 stuff, I believe the next logical thing to do is the main story. I don't know if I'll have enough time to make it to either the dungeon or the trial, but it would be nice if I could, because I would want to do at least one of those today. Presumably the dungeon's first, it usually is. But often the trial is right after it, so if I do manage to get there, that would be cool, and then I could do them both back to back. Let's get it started. It was kind of cool playing as Kryl in the last story, whatever, last patch story. She felt good to play. She was like a Pictomancer, but like a little more powerful. I wonder if there is any main character that you haven't been able to play as yet. I think Kryl was the last one. I mean, Kryl was only like a main character tier starting in this expansion, but... Oh, so I think they're going to elevate Zero to like kind of main character status. And so that would... I don't think you've been able to play as Zero yet, unless I'm mistaken. I might be forgetting that there is a scene where you play as Zero. There could have been. There's a big chunk of the post-Endwalker story where Zero is a very important character. But she, like, completely disappeared for all of Dawn Trail until now, because I know she's in this patch. So... Do you play as Zero? I think maybe you do. Maybe I'm just not remembering clearly. She's a Reaper, obviously. Although, I mean, she may have job changed into a Paladin? I think. I'm trying... Man, the Endwalker post story is... I've kind of, like, forgotten some of it. I saw that in Evercold, the, like, key job that your main characters for all of their, like, marketing materials is going to be Reaper, which is a strange choice, I'm going to have to say. That is a very unusual choice that they went with Reaper. But whatever. I mean, for Dawn Trail, it was Viper, which makes sense because it was the new hot job. But they are not doing that with Evercold. Did they reveal the existence of Viper during the initial teaser trailer for Dawn Trail? I think they showed you your character, whatever, the Derplander, playing as a Viper, fighting Gululjaja in the teaser, but they didn't like say what job it was, which is fine because nobody would have predicted it was called Viper anyway. All they would be able to tell is that it was a guy with 2 swords, which is pretty much what people were saying when it came out.
You're just in time for a progress report.
I'm surprised they didn't do something similar for Evercold. Instead, they just chose Reaper, which is, again, a strange choice. I'm not sure why they went with Reaper. I don't think they've ever chosen a magic class. I think they should. It would actually make sense for Evercold, too, considering you're going to, like, a freezing cold area. They should have made you a Black Mage. That would have been nice.
The decryption is finally complete. As we suspected, the data represents a partial record of Preservation's research documents. A quick scan of the files, however, failed to turn up the information Y'shtola was after.
I'm going to go on record that I don't like Calyx as a villain or a character. I completely think he's... I was really glad to see him die at the end of the last patch, and then they brought him back, and that made me like, ugh, really? I was not interested in him at all.
Instruction from someone possessed of such knowledge. There was naught to identify this benevolent mentor.
And now they're bringing Ascians back. They can never get out of the whole Ascian thing.
Reports concerning the key.
I really actually liked Dawntrail's story as like a standalone thing up until the end of the main story. The post-story was less good for me.
We know the key is used to open paths between worlds, and was a treasured relic of the Milala. And just as the Milala were unable to return after reaching the Mist Continent, so too was Preservation unable to gain a mastery of the prize which had passed into their possession. The data suggests that a particular formula or procedure is required, a process which Calyx appears to have understood to some degree. Yet the key proved fickle. Perfectly replicating conditions was no guarantee of success, and even when they did manage to generate a modest portal, the destination was never the one they expected. The reports practically screamed their frustration, describing the experience as being dragged around by a traveler picking roads without rhyme or reason. Serves them right, I say.
After much trial and error, Preservation began to experiment with external actuation devices for the key.
Y'shtola got not one, but 2 magic cards. I think, did she get more than that? She got at least 2 magic cards. But Preesh got 0. They really babied 14 with the magic set, though. There's so many cards from 14. And I think 11 is, like, only beaten by 2 for the least number of cards in the set. FF2 and FF11 both have very few cards. And 14 and 7 and 10 have, like, a million cards.
Which, of course, explains why they were able to instruct Soralja in its use.
Especially the ones that were commander sets, 6, 7, 10, and 14. Those ones got more cards than the others because they got whole commander sets that were just for them. Like, or they were commander decks, so it's like 100 cards. And they were all just from that game. So they got many, many more cards than the other games.
The Milala merely used it to facilitate their exodus. To think what the key has now wrought in different hands.
For all we know, the actuation device augmented the key's power beyond its intended scope. Were your goal to plunder whole worlds of their ether, a tool designed to simply transfer people would likely be insufficient.
Shale, I don't suppose you would be able to remove the actuation device?
The machine made for that very purpose is still functional, thankfully. It shouldn't be a problem.
I wonder if they tried to like steal ether from a world that's already been destroyed, like the one we're going to in Evercold, the one that's been destroyed by an ice calamity. Like if they just stole all that ice ether, what would happen? They decided to steal ether from the source instead of, you know, random world that's already, or like the 13th, right? That's covered in darkness. They could have stolen that energy.
Give me a moment.
Since the source doesn't have like one specific ethereal alignment, it's got all of them in presumably equal measure. Like they weren't looking for a specific kind of ether. They weren't looking for specifically lightning ether or anything like that. But she did just say they didn't really have much control over where they went. So maybe the source wasn't a choice. It just happened that way. Yeah, we got MacGuffin. What's this MacGuffin gonna be called now? Is it still just gonna be called the key?
My word. Ishtola? This is the first time I've beheld the key in all its unobscured glory. The sheer density is extraordinary. 'Tis akin to the structures we saw beneath the Tempest.
Presumably that means it's like an ancient device. I guess that isn't surprising.
You mention it. The ornamentation is reminiscent of Amarot.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It would be their technology, wouldn't it? Creation magic or whatever.
Anything since the key has been in your possession?
I don't know what that scene was specifically. Azim's crystal. Azim's crystal summons people. Does that mean it's summoning them from other shards? I don't remember if that was ever specifically stated.
You're suggesting the key has some connection with Azim. A plausible theory, although one we are yet unequipped to prove.
My apologies.
Can other people hear when your link pearl or link pearl is ringing?
Hello?
Is it like a cell phone?
This is Cryo speaking.
I always assumed it just rings in your own ear, like it vibrates your ear, so it would be like having an earbud. Like nobody else should be able to hear it, right?
That was Ojika with a message for us.
Ojika.
An urgent matter?
That's her, like, secretary, for lack of a better word.
Tataru requires our counsel, and hoped to call upon us in person at the Baldessian Annex.
Are we going to old Charlian then?
We were not present. She appeared content to wait until our travels brought us back to Charlian, insisting that it did not merit our immediate summons. Her tone suggested otherwise, however, and Ojika felt compelled to contact us directly.
Mayhap the time has come for another journey across the salt.
Sure, I'll be there as soon as I teleport.
You'd best go. Though I'll not deny that I'll be sad to see you leave.
I assume that other people can use teleportation magic?
I can't even begin to thank you for all you've done. We will be forever indebted to you and your Oblivion colleagues.
The debt is ours. We'll never forget the sacrifices you've made for us, for Alexandria. In the meantime, I shall keep sifting through the data. You'll hear as soon as I find anything of note.
should like to stay here a little longer, if you don't mind.
You are most welcome.
And might I borrow the key for a while? I wish to study it further. With the utmost care, I assure you.
Well then, shall we be off? Ojika will be expecting us.
Yeah, I mean, they're setting us up for the next expansion. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Valdesian Annex. I do not believe I have... Yeah, I don't have a cheaper teleport to Old Charlian. I never finished that, the what's it called? The new, what are they called? Variant dungeons? I never finished the new one. I still have it flagged. I never entered it at all. I will eventually. I just haven't had time to do much in this game. I'm barely keeping up with the main story. Presumably, we're gonna get sent to, what, Garlemald? With the twins? Did they update this map at all? There's Tyrrell. They just stuck a mini version of the map, including Dawn Trail, on top of the Endwalker map that it used to be.
Planning your next journey?
Oh no, just reminiscing.
Would she not have an inkling to visit the, like, southern isles that Lalafels come from?
This map, and how you all encouraged me to make the voyage to Tyrrell.
Are you glad you did?
As if you need ask. Welcome back.
Wonderful to see you again, Tataru. Yes, yes, yes.
I'm so glad you're here.
What was she involved in? Something recently.
Ojika contacted us. He intimated that you were rather concerned. Come to think of it, Alphino said he and Alize would pay you a visit upon their return. Have you not seen them?
Oh no, they were here. I was regaled with many a tale of your Tyrrali adventures. It was only once they departed for Garlemald that the rumors came to my attention. Rather alarmingly, void-sent sightings seem to be on the rise across the star.
Okay, so that's how they're dragging all this stuff about the 13th back in.
I was reluctant to bother
They're
you
trying to
with
invade.
hearsay, especially when you had more pressing matters to contend with. But earlier I received a confidential report from the Grand Company of Eorzea. It's as if a mighty dam has been breached, flooding the land with foul creatures.
We're gonna go around smiting Voidsent.
Most nations have managed to keep the invaders in check, and casualties appear to be minimal thus far. Though the same cannot be said for those regions with a deeper connection to the void. Their fissures continue to manifest without end, putting countless innocents in danger.
A deeper connection to the void. Garlemald is the home of the Reapers, is it not?
It is. Alphino and Alizé were there when the trouble began, and have since sent word that the situation has taken a dreadful turn.
A short while earlier. I assume this is just a cutscene, though.
Thus concludes the abridged account of our time in Tiral. Now I shall leave you with the words of the late Dawn Servant, Galul Jajar. Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship. A notion that rings true for Eorzeans no less than it does for the diverse peoples of Tuliolol.
And for Garleans as well. Even sharing something as simple as a local dish can pave avenues of understanding. It's up to all of us to forge new bonds together.
Thank you for sharing your tale.
Alright, now when's the trouble gonna start?
Better they hear it firsthand than endure my clumsy retelling. Your words give me hope that we might achieve something similar here in Garlemald.
We all have the capacity to affect change. Our time in Tiral taught us that much. And now that we've returned, it's time we rolled up our sleeves and got back to work.
I've already sent missives to the other nations, informing them of our Alexandrian friends. I also intend to notify the Garlean community officially. If both sides are amenable to the proposition, we shall gladly assist in establishing diplomatic relations with Alexandria and Tuliolol.
Thank you. But are you sure you've recovered from your journey? It sounded like you've hardly had time to catch your breath.
Oh, here we go. Bad guys. Are we gonna have to play as one of these two? I don't think so, because there was no, like, indication that this was a or what are they called? Instance battle?
What?
Usually they give you a warning when you're going into an instance battle.
We're under attack. Void Cent appeared out of nowhere and ambushed us during a routine inspection. Damn it. Is that another fissure? Oh, no, no, no!
My comrades are under attack. We have to do something.
There's no time to lose! Come on!
The Garlean community is ill-equipped to defend themselves against such a threat. Even with the aid of the twins and the Ilzabard contingent, they face daunting odds.
We shall leave for Garlemald immediately.
Thank you.
Maybe it isn't that far to get to the dungeon. That would be nice.
I was able to contact
Although, now that I think about it,
They're already
this is 7.5. The 0.5 story is usually really short because there's a second half of it that comes a few months later in the 0.55. So probably this story is like half length, and that's why it's so soon to get to the dungeon. It does feel like I'm very close to starting the dungeon. I'll know as soon as I flag this next quest. I always just take coins. Saves me hassle. Yes, this is already the dungeon. Wow, that's fast. Well, great. That means I will have time to do the dungeon, and hopefully the trial as well. But this one, maybe the trial is not immediately after the dungeon. Where the hell is that? There it is. Okay, here. Let's go do the new dungeon. I always do the new dungeon the first time with duty support. I don't know. I just like doing it with the NPCs the first time. Let myself learn the mechanics on my own time without having to worry about other people. I basically play this game solo, though. This is not an MMO to me. This is a single-player game.
You picked a frosty spot for a reunion.
Oh, we got the whole gang for this one. She said Urianji's here, too?
Full glad am I to see you all. Though I'm afraid this is no time for pleasantries. Planar fissures have opened up across Garlemald, inundating the region with void scent. As far as we can ascertain, there are two focal points of their assault. The Ilzabard contingent are combating the threat in Lapis Manalis. Although they have suffered casualties, they appear to have the upper hand.
As well they should.
Yeah.
The many talented Uldan thaumaturges among them should be more than capable of closing any fissures they encounter.
Which leaves the second.
That's 6 people we have access to?
Eulus and the Garlean community are attempting to mount a counterattack, but are struggling to cope with the sheer number of voidsent. They've fallen back to the north of the Imperial Palace. Can you lend your aid in securing the area?
With your blessing, I would tend to the wounded returning from battle.
Or not. I guess Kryle's not going.
Of course, Kryle. Thank you. The quickest route from here to the front is via the train tracks. Once we arrive, we can support the Garlean forces as we make for the fissure in the munitions factory.
Oh, that's it already. Is the entrance right here? Yes, okay. Let's talk to all my buds. I feel like it's been a while since we've had Thancred in our party. All right, let's go, guys. Who am I going to bring? I can choose Graha or Thancred as a tank. Like I said, I don't think we've had Thancred for a while, so I guess I'll use Thancred. Urianje's only healer. I think he's been able to do double duty in the past. And Alize, I guess I'll use the twins and Thancred. That seems fine. There's the Tower of Babel. This music isn't new, I don't think. Look at that ugly guy. Okay. New dungeon. Let's do it. Long fingers. This is one thing I definitely have trouble with, is doing the AoE rotation on Machinist. It's really awkward. Maybe this is a new song? It sounded familiar at first. I'm gonna go ahead and use Flamethrower. That is sip my water time is when I'm using Flamethrower. Go ahead and take a breather. No other job has anything like that. Take a break button. Blackguard or Blackguard or however it's meant to be pronounced. Whoops. That was not the right button. Dungeons. Trash pulls are always boring, but I mean, what can you do about it? There's very few dungeons that have interesting trash pulls. And even if they do, it's only like the first time you do it that it ever feels interesting. Then it becomes tedious if it's not something that's just typical pattern. All right. Oh yeah, this should be the last group. I can see the boss room up there. I wonder what the first battle is going to be. Some sort of demon, I guess. I do like seeing the new bosses they come up with. They're often really cool and interesting bosses in dungeons. Thancred's kind of getting his ass kicked. What are you doing over there, Alphino? I'm judging you, Alphino, for being one of those let the tank get to low HP healers.
We'll handle things from here. Take care of the fisher.
Oh, what is that thing? It's like a fusion between a mech and a demon? Eye of the Scorpion. So it's like a demon that possessed a Garlean mech? That's interesting. That's a cool idea. Not what I was expecting to see. Eyes on me. I was going to sing the song, but I didn't want to subject anyone to that. Where's that being aimed? What do I do? What do I do? Okay. You wait until it picks a direction and then go the other way. Ah. Okay, I wasn't fast enough. That seems a little bit tight, though. Wow, that is a ridiculous pose. Motion scanner. So is it using the Scorpion whatever that thing is called from FF7? What is that? Oh, you're not supposed to move. Got it. See, this is why I do this with duty support, is so I can learn these mechanics without having to embarrass myself around other people. How did he know it was going that way? I still don't quite get that. I just followed them that time. Is that the only two mechanics it has, though? Is the petrifying beam and the motion scanner? That, yeah, I didn't do that right. I should not have been standing on top of Alize. Okay, it starts going one direction about halfway through the cast bar. Is that what it is? That's what it looked like to me. It kind of stops in the center, and then it starts craning one direction. That makes more sense. I'm guessing I'm not supposed to attack either? What? I didn't do anything. I didn't move or press a button. Did I auto-attack? Maybe I auto-attacked. Alright, this time I will try canceling my auto attack. Okay, that might have been what it was. I wonder if a black mage can teleport through it. Any class that has like a teleport action. See, Black Mage seems the most likely. If like your tank or something, some other party member is standing on the other side of it, you could probably use your teleport to get by it. Or if you leave your ley lines on one side and then wait for it to pass your ley lines and teleport to your ley lines, that might work. I would be interested in testing that. That would be kind of cool. A lot of other jobs, their movement abilities are actually movement, like you're dashing or jumping. So I don't know if those would work. But Black Mages is a teleport, so it might. Now I know what this song reminded me of. It reminds me of Catesis Hyperborea, the dungeon in Endwalker. It's pretty similar to that, but it's not the same. That's why I kind of was like, oh, this doesn't sound like new music. It's because it sounds a lot like that song. Ray Magitech Ring of Fending. That is probably not a high enough level for my tanks, because my tanks are relatively well geared. They're not like at the level cap, but they're close. Oh. I just heard them laughing. I'm not sure what happened. My ranged is not at the level cap either, but it's at the level cap that doesn't require Savage. Which now I can improve upon since they added the Alliance raids. I can level up everything but weapon. Eventually they add weapon to it too, but it's not until like 5.8, patch 5.8 or something. It's like right before the expansion comes out. They add the ability to improve weapons to Alliance raids. I think honestly they should let you improve weapons right from the beginning. It seems silly that they don't. I don't know why. What makes weapons so special? Why don't they just let you get all of your stuff to the max level? This is already a patch late, right? Like, this is way later than everyone else who does high-end content would have their max gear. So what's the difference whether or not we get our weapon? I guess it's to make relics feel more special, but they can just make relics the same level as upgraded tome gear, or even higher level if they wanted relics to be better. You don't get relics until the very last patch, so what does it matter? Like, they can make them as high level as the highest level weapon in the patch cycle in the tier, and it wouldn't make a difference because you don't get them until the very end. I think relics already are, though, as strong as at least the tome armor, the tome weapon. They should be at least at the same level as that. I don't remember if they're as high as the savage weapon or not, though, because the savage weapon is 5 levels higher. What is this guy? Oh, he's Cucullin. Chort. That is... Oh, I love that name. Chort. Oh my god. Come on with that. What is that name? That gets me. Chort. I'm gonna remember this guy. And he's Sonic the Hedgehog. That's cool. Ow. Ow, Sonic. Sonic the Chorthog. I mean, yeah, his face, his character model is the same skeleton as Cucullin. from I guess he would be from Bosia. But, I mean, originally he's from FF12, right? But in this game, he was in Bosia. All right, Chort, you gonna do some spin dashing again? Whoa, how did you know that's where he was going? I guess they give you a little bit of time to react, not much though. Body weight exorcism. Apparently I blew my hypercharge when I wasn't supposed to. I don't remember doing that. Bodyweight Exorcism, the sequel. I don't think I made it to that one. Sorry, guys. It seems we're fine. Okay, we're gonna finish him before he gets to do his spin dash again. All right, last section. Scrap Biblos. Are these... what? Are these demons that, like, incorporated Garlean? No, these don't look like demons at all. These are just, like... these are just robots? Did they, like, get possessed or something? Or are they just rampaging? I'm gonna hold on to my barrel stabilizer. Save it for when I have wildfire. Yeah, are these just like rampaging robots or something? These don't look anything like the demons that we saw earlier. Okay. My rotation's back on track. I don't know how I messed it up earlier. It might have been because he went spinning and I didn't notice. Chort. What a good name. I'm gonna remember that. Maybe I'll call a character in an RPG Chort. Got that one in the pocket now. What is this thing? A pipe? Oh, geez. I don't think this is meant for humans. Better than taking the stairs. I haven't been paying attention to what the characters have been saying. Probably should have. Here, this is more like it. Now we got demons. I love using chainsaw in AoE situations. It's really satisfying in dungeons. It's my favorite thing to do in dungeon polls is use chainsaw. Everything else feels like a little awkward for AoE, but Chainsaw's really satisfying. Is that it? No more? Okay, I guess the Full Metal whatever is also very satisfying in AoE situations. Full Metal Field, that's what it's called. I wanted to say Full Metal Panic. The screams when succubi die. Ah! Is that it? Are we at the boss already? What's this thing gonna be? It's probably gonna be some reused model of something, but what? Malphas. He looks kind of like a Demogorgon. Malphas in Castlevania is usually a crow-themed boss, but that doesn't mean anything for this game. Add in just that little tiny bit of voice acting. I hired a day player voice actor for like 2 or 3 lines. I mean, it is just that little bit of polish, though, when characters have voice acting. Scrap metal? Okay, so they are manipulating the, like, robot parts. That's interesting. When did the demons learn how to do that? Are they going to do something? Or just explode again? That one looks like it's probably going to shoot. Yeah, it's a... I wasn't expecting a cone, but... it makes sense. Gluttonous wire. Is he supposed to be a puppet master? Rubbish disposal. They started moving before he started the attack, the cheaters. Puppet pair? Whoa! I didn't see that guy over there. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was an AoE, but it was a half-room cleave. String up. Okay, I gotta move. They seem to be using that one a lot this patch. I think I've seen all this guy has to offer. I think he's already on loop. Oh, they're moving. Maybe they're not on loop then. I'm going to follow Thancred. I mean, that was a lot bigger space than I thought it would be. Oh, whoops. Oh, I made it. All right. Alize, I trust you. Okay, he's definitely on loop now. He's just using the same things over and over again. Almost dead anyway. This is a relatively easy boss. I dare say Chort was harder than this guy. Well, that'll teach me to be cocky. To defend myself a little bit, I thought he was going to die before the attack went off. And that's why I wasn't really trying to get out of there fast enough. But that was stupid. So, you know, I paid the price. Now I have to fight this boss a second time. They do give you enough time to move in this fight. Like, I wasn't even paying attention there. I didn't even know he was using that. And I still had enough time to get out of it. Unlike the other two bosses in this dungeon where things were kind of tight, this one, they give you a lot of time. Okay, I just got to keep an eye on those big dudes. The big ones are the ones that do scary stuff. Because they do, like, the full room cone attack. The little ones just have little localized explosions. They're really easy to avoid. That buff I have, does that make me do more damage, or does that heal me? What does that do? I got it because I died. I don't know what it does. It looks like I have regen, but that could be from anything. It could be from Alphino for all I know. In fact, since it's gone, I think it was. So maybe that revives me or something? One nice thing about Machinist compared to other jobs is it has so few skills on its bar right now that your entire DPS kit can all fit on one set of cross hotbars, and there's so few defensive skills, things that you need to use just to like defend yourself or heal, that it's only like 2 things. So there's very few things to keep track of. I'm just gonna follow Thancred. Basically, my entire world is this one cross hotbar, which is different from most jobs. I don't have to swap around very much. Look at me being dumb. All right, Alphino, you're the closest. I'm going to follow you. I don't know how they pick their, like, initial spot, like the spot that they start at. I don't know what they are using to do that. None of my stuff is up right now. Did she start the limit break, stop, and then start it again? I heard her say the voice line twice. In rapid succession. Hey, she didn't use limit break last time. Oh my god. There was being stupid again. Almost died again. Okay, great. New dungeon complete. How far is it to the new trial? Ooh, considering the time, it feels unlikely that I'm going to make it there. Because this doesn't look like it's setting up for the new trial. The new trial, like, we haven't even been introduced to the inciting incident for it. I guess we're about to talk to this guy, Malphus. because he's still hanging around here, so probably the cutscene is talking to him. Based on what they've shown, we know that both Golbez and Zero come back in this patch, and that they're related to the trial.
I think that's all of them.
And since neither of those characters have shown up in the story yet, I don't think this trial is going to be that soon.
Prevent further ingress.
We gotta introduce those characters again first.
It's over.
These guys are acting way too calm.
To the extent of the damage were it not for your aid. On behalf of the Garlean community, I thank you for all you've done for my people, for my home.
Demon's like, you think this is over, you silly bitch.
I shall close the fissure post-haste.
What does that mean?
You risked your life in vanquishing the creature. Would you at least let me bear the burden of deciding its fate? You want to go back to the void? Your kind have entered this realm before, some seeking death that they might rejoin the life stream. But you would choose that dark, deathless place?
Why did this guy come here if, like, he doesn't want to be stuck here? So I was wrong about them getting, like, a day player voice actor for this character, because he's got a lot more lines than I thought.
If that is your wish, you must forsake this aggression. Go back to the void and devote yourself to its restoration. I have a friend, Zero, who hails from your home. She and her companions strive to bring light into the void from another world blighted with imbalance. I hear their efforts have already met with some success. One day, they'll drive the darkness from the void, I'm sure of it.
What are those strings actually made of? Just ether, I guess.
won't disappoint you. That much I guarantee.
All right, well, that was a weird interaction. Like, why did he come here to begin with?
Bravo! I think Zero will approve.
Oh, Indeed, that was truly heartening to see.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking it's going to be a while until the trial.
Understanding begets fellowship, right?
Usually they're back-to-back, but not this time. Although the last patch they weren't back-to-back either. The dungeon was pretty early on, and then there was a big gap, and including a instance battle with Kryl before the trial. Or maybe the instance battle was after the trial, but it was a lot of questing between. And it's looking like that's going to be the case for this one, which means I will not have time to get to the trial today. Because I've only got about 10 minutes left. Oh well. I did the raid and I did the new dungeon. That's pretty good. One thing I want to check on is, God, what do I want here? Spell speed, I guess. One thing I want to check on is if I have access to any new cards from the FF11 raid. I know there's the Shinryu card, which is in the raid itself, but I think there's probably a character or two you can play cards with. They're probably in Juno, now that I think about it. That's where they usually are. So maybe I'll go there and play cards.
Contingent have contained the threat on their front. Things appear to be under control for the time being.
Cards are the big thing that I try to keep up with, although I've fallen way behind in recent patches. Like the last 3 patches, I've fallen behind on my collection.
Across the star.
One thing is clear, however. The phenomenon is not without pattern. The tendency for fissures to emerge is pronounced in regions deeply connected to the void. Places where the barrier between the two worlds is at its thinnest.
Ah.
I fear there may be a place in far greater peril than Garlemald.
The moon?
Since been sealed, you will recall there is a great void gate that we ourselves had cause to open. A gate which was instrumental in our bid to reunite Vritra with his sister and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
Oh gods. The moon.
This is setting up for the FF14 version of the Lunar Cry. The moon is turning into a monster world.
I failed to consider this vulnerability. All other paths unto the void are but pinpricks in the veil compared to that great lunar rift. And that rift might be yawning open as we speak. We'd better hurry.
Don't worry, Loporrits can defend themselves.
I dare say the Loporrits are well aware of current events.
I'm sure there's an adventuring party of Loporrits with a paladin and a black mage, and they're all fighting on the moon. I can just see it in my mind's eye.
Contact Y'shtola. Her knowledge of the moon's void gate is second to none.
We're bringing Y'shtola back.
A number of my fellow Garleans now call Mare Lamentorum home. Alphino, Alize, please see they come to no harm.
How are people living on the moon?
Back before you know it.
I didn't know that was a thing that happened. There are people that live on the moon now.
If you will.
Do they live in the Loporrits, like, little area that they built?
I'm not sure
Their
whether
biodome?
to Zero during the course of all this, but if you do, would you give this to her?
What is that? A sandwich?
Emergency rations in case of a protracted battle. Can't imagine she's eating all that well in the void.
It's a tonkatsu sandwich.
Dumpling.
Oh, they're dumplings. Are they gyoza? I don't know what kind of dumplings they make in Garlemald. Okay, I think that about covers it for the quest for now. I'm not going to be able to continue all the way to the trial. Oh, they teleported me to the moon. All right, never mind. Well, in typical fashion, these guys are just being comic relief.
Given thy panicked state, I presume the Loporits too are beset with void scent.
Oh, what sweet relief it is to see you all. Yes, void scent. And lots of them. They suddenly came pouring forth from the crater.
If we came via the tower, I mean, obviously we can teleport, but if we came the way you're supposed to come, which is via the Tower of Babel, we would have seen the crater before we got here.
The void gate seems to have partially opened. Living Ray dashed off to activate the brands and halt the fiend's invasion. But she hasn't come back, and we've since lost contact.
I suggest we make for the brands without delay.
Okay, is this finally the end of the cutscene? Am I stuck on the moon now? Quest accepted. All that just to accept the quest. Yeah, I am on the moon now. Okay. What do we got? It's like right ahead. It's not that far. Does it look obvious? Not really. Oh, there it is. All right, well, you can have fun with those guys. I am out of here. I want to go and play cards to finish out. Well, let me actually, before I go, let me check to make sure there actually are cards to gain there. Yeah, Hume Thief in Lower Juno. And Elvon Red Mage. Okay, so we got 2 new ones. Great. Let's go play cards. Mamuk. That's good. I always like getting new cards. And it feels appropriate to do something FF11 related before the end. Let's see what these new cards are. I imagine Promathia is one of them. Probably Shantoto. There was 3, it looked like. Let's try this guy. We got the Elvon Red Mage. He played cards for that hat. Chaos. Chaos is unfortunate, but it's not the worst. I can deal with Chaos. It's doable, at least. Hey, that card looks familiar. Well, I guess I'm gonna put this in a defensible position. No! You cheater. I really hate the plus rule when you can't see what the enemy has. Promathia, there it is. Let's see. Do I have a plus here? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Well, I can take Lucia down there. What is that? Azul Magia? Hey, I got a plus right at the end. At least I didn't lose. Chaos certainly does cripple you. Wow. Wow. Raubon and Pippin. Nice. That is the perfect card to get there. Even more perfect than I thought it was. Hephaestus. Man, this Elvon sure has a motley collection of cards. This is not plus, unfortunately. But I would rather fill in this hole so that he can't get plus either. Or she, I guess it's a female red mage. This is good to defend this card. Yeah, there we go. I'll just play defense. That's not a plus, is it? Nope. Ah. Wait, this is a plus. Okay, cool. That was lucky. Kinda. I'm winning, but if you guys have a plus here, okay, great. Wait, he has the same card, like, or she. It's a female, I think. She keeps using the same cards I have. She just used Therion there, and she's used Ysayle multiple times. Copycat. Okay, that'll do. No plus, no plus. All right. That's an easy win. There it is, Promathia card. Thank you very much. I'll take that. Now we gotta find one more guy. Hume Thief. Right over here. Ah, look at that. Thief Relic Armor. That's for the, I think the Rogue Ninja... what is it? Ninja and Viper, I think, gets to wear that armor. Swap, and I got Hisui and Kurenai. That's a pretty good get. If I have to, like, I lost Estinian for that. That's a pretty good trade. Same. I doubt I'm going to have to deal with same too much. I think I'm pretty safe from that. Hey, there's Shantoto. Okay, so I'm guessing Shantoto is the card that I'm after here. Nice, I win. Halone. Yeah. It's got to be Shantoto and one other thing. I don't know what it is yet. I got Halone. Halone's not that great. Yeah, I'd rather have Hisui and Kurenai. That was a really good card. Alexander. Okay. Gotcha. That's the other one. It's Shantoto and Alexander. That's pretty nice. All right, I win. Shantoto the demon. Gotcha. Just need Alexander. Halone again. And did I lose my... Yeah, I lost my 5-star card. That stinks. Oof. Nidhogg. Oh, you cheater. With your multiple 4- and 5-star cards. Wow, yeah, this one's a loss. 100%. That was just a really bad swap. I lost my 5-star card for a really bad 3-star card. Yeah, Louis Soir. I'll just take it with Alexander. That should be fine. Great, and now I can take these two. That puts me ahead. Oh, this is an easy one. I dominated that one. Give me that last card. It's only 3 stars. Presumably, I should get it faster than I got the Shantotto one. And I believe the Promathia card was a 4-star card. Oh, Shantotto's also 3 stars. Never mind. I was mistaken. That puts me ahead. Yep, I got it. Shantotto, the sequel. Can I have... Can I have Alexander, please? Yeah, this Shantotto card is not even that great. Cards that have, like, relatively balanced stats in the middle are kind of bad. They just don't really serve a lot of purpose. That's why I'm just kind of throwing them out. Ooh, Golbez. That's a pretty good card. If I don't... I gotta be a little careful here. I think this should be safe. Okay. Yep, I win. Still no Alexander. Come on. I can do it. I can get this last card. Golbez again. What is this character doing with the Golbez card? Sometimes it really confuses me. Like, they have themed cards, and then they have cards that don't match the theme whatsoever. Like this FF11 character using Golbez. Shantotto Part 3. The game is taunting me. And I keep getting Halone. I don't want this card. I lost the card I could have used to take that. I don't want to waste Therion here, but I guess I will. Okay, I'll use Halone for this one. Yeah, it'll get taken back, but that's fine. I don't think he's taking anything here. Louis Soir. Alright, that's a decent pickup. Louis Soir has been the card that's been taking my stuff most often. Actually, it kind of works really well here, because it's defensive on the bottom, but still strong enough to take Hisui and Kurenai. Okay, Therion can still take both of these cards, which puts me ahead. My god. All I need is one 3-star card. Should have gotten it by now. Yeah, Golbez in the bottom right corner. Not doing much about that. Well, this puts me ahead, and I don't think there's any way they're taking it, yeah. Come on. Thief. Where's Treasure Hunter when you need it? Ooh, that's not a good trade. I mean, Louis Soir is a better card than what I lost than Ysael, but I don't have anything that is good in the top left corner anymore. Okay, this should be fine. That is my 4th copy of Shantotto. 0 copies of Alexander. I was expecting this to take much less time. Alright. Okay, I should be able to kind of pull ahead now. Alright, there we go. 5 copies of Shantotto. That's more than a full playset in Magic terms. Shantotto also didn't get her own card, I don't think. They didn't really give very many characters from 11 cards. Trying to think who did get a card in 11. Z didn't. Lion didn't. Shadow Lord, I don't think did. Did any character from 11 get a card? There it is, Alexander. Thank you, Hume Thief. About time. Triple Decker 14, I believe that achievement earns me another card. Yes, it does. Dawn Trail Cryle. I'll take that too. While I'm at it. Okay. Alright, well that does it. I got everything I wanted out of this. Okay, well it is past time for me to head out. So anyone who hung around and watched this little stream of me playing 14, thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed the FF11 raid as much as I did. Like I said, I think the first one was the best of the 3, but this one was alright. I liked fighting Promathia. I thought that was pretty cool what they did with the first phase of Shinryu. Alexander was neat. I really wish Odin made an appearance, but it was still cool to fight Alexander. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out, and my next stream will be this Saturday on Divinity Original Sin 2, as usual. And that game I'm going to be probably finishing this weekend. If not this weekend, then it'll be like right up till the final boss. I'll be real close to finishing it. So stay tuned for the finale of that series. But yeah, thank you everyone, and I am signing off. Catch you on the next one.